say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight we've got Blazing Pedals at Auto Club Speedway. My name is Chris. With me as always, my good friend Rick. Rick, how are you tonight, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. Happy Sunday. Happy daylight savings time, man. I'm ready to go.
Oh, absolutely, man. It felt pretty good. Well, you can still kind of see light outside, so that's pretty cool. I'm digging that and what it means in the next few weeks as far as temperatures go. Speaking of temperatures, man, we've got a couple of storylines to get through here tonight. We've got, oh boy, we got some big news for one of the race teams here tonight. And I think, Rick, what we really should do is maybe get our man Terry up here and get him to take a walk. Terry Foster, Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
I do have a copy. How you guys?
Oh man, doing great. Getting ready for some action here. Southern California is the place they ought to be, and that's where we're at, my friend. who do you got tonight, Terry?
Pull me in, Derek Paulson, last week's winner.
Derek Paulson is in, Terry.
Derek, got a copy on me?
I got you.
Hey, buddy. Just a couple things real quick. Last week, man, what a hell of a race. You played the fuel game, and you come out victor. I think 2 more laps, Ryan had your butt if we had to go 2 more laps, buddy. So give us a little bit of insight on that last week, will you?
Sorry, my spotter kind of talked, but I have an idea what you're asking. Yeah, the yellow flag or the caution came out. There must have been roughly like 38, 39 laps left. And I was already in the back anyway because I'd pit and got gas earlier. And so I went down and filled up. And then with 1 to go, I filled up again. And I saw I needed to save about 4.5 laps. So pretty much straight on, I was clutching it. And towards the end of the race, I even started killing my motor going into the corners. And that seemed to help a lot. And I just had to keep enough momentum to stay ahead of the guys that had pitted, and Ryan was the fastest guy out there, and I saw he was coming, but I had a big enough lead, and I was able to hold on to it.
Well, I've done a little cheating since I got taken out about 20 laps before we ended the race. I jumped in your car with you, and I was just watching you, man, and you was shutting that thing down, saving that fuel. But I kept going back and watching Ryan, and he was inching on you, man. You done a hell of a job last week. I'm proud of you. long season, brother. I'm going to ask you the same thing. What's in sight for Derek Paulson for the season?
Well, getting that win early on in the season kind of helps you relax a little bit. I'd lock myself now into the chase, so I can breathe a little bit easier. Maybe do some other different pit strategies coming up. You never know. But I'm just here to enjoy it. It's a very fun league. I enjoy Sunday nights. Got a good group of guys that we race together, and should be a lot of fun going forward.
Question I really want to ask too, the new model for this car, have you had a chance to do anything with it, with what it's doing with the damage yet?
I've only practiced this week, mainly single car practices, so I have not seen damage on myself. Of course I had to hit the wall on purpose and stuff, and
Sure.
It is a little different. If you get hit pretty good, you might have a hard time getting back to pit road, so you just got to stay out of trouble. That's the main goal.
Well, we know on super speedways the bumpers don't match up really good, but from what I'm hearing now, even if we touch a car, we're going to spin it. And I also know if a car throws debris on the track, you will cut a tire down. I happened to me today on a practice, so give you a heads up on that, brother. And good luck today, and thanks for jumping in here with me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
Now, really quick, bro, Mr. Paulson, you got Rick up here now. Listen, right now you're currently 5th on the speed charts. How's the car feeling for tonight's track here at Auto Club?
Pretty good. Mark went with a looser setup than default. It's not nearly as tight, so you actually gotta watch that right rear a little bit more. I think feels pretty good, turns pretty good. I is actually kind of surprised I was in the top 5 because I'm really not throwing down a whole lot of hot laps. More race driving for me than hot lap driving, but feels pretty good.
Excellent, buddy. Hey, listen, well, congratulations on taking that win last week, like we said, and good luck here tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Terry Foster, as always, man, excellent job. Good luck to
Thank
you
you.
tonight, brother.
Hey, thanks, man. And like Derek said, I like this setup, man. I like a loose car. It's getting around the track really good, I feel. And once we got some rubber build up, it's even better. So look out for the 86 tonight, guys.
Well, yeah, you're not too far down there, bud. Right now you're sitting in 14th position there in the 86 Old Dominion Cheap Tobacco Chevy.
Heck yeah. I had it up there to 5th and 6th in a practice earlier today, but it's all right. It's all good.
There you go, buddy. Hey, listen, good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Terry Foster, driver of the 86, taking us for a walk, as he does every single Sunday night right here on the Blazing Pedals. Want to thank him again for that because it's pretty cool. And being able to talk to last week's winner, Derek Paulson, also very, very cool. We didn't get a chance to talk about him last week. We're going to go ahead and talk about him this week. Points are back in, and Dalton Kilroe leading the way. Jamie Walker, Derek Paulson, those 3 drivers are the 3 race winners so far in the 3 races that we've had. Is it going to be somebody else tonight, Rick? It's going to be really fun to find out. Of course, got Corey Sherman, Adrian Pedro, Ryan Wash, Blake Decker, Jason Powell, Ian Habiak, and Ty Morosco rounds out that top 10. And by and large, those drivers have had a pretty good season, or a good start to the season so far.
Yeah, I mean, here we are, race number 4, Chris, of the season. It is going to be a long one, man, all the way till November 22nd. But hey, listen, this is what I'm excited about. You just read off a bunch of guys' names there on points. Look who's on top of the speed charts right now. Dalton Kilroe and then number 41. And you also got Jamie Walker. He's sitting in 3rd right now in the 88 machine. And then, of course, Derek Paulson. The 3 winners, man, in the top 5 on the speed charts right now.
Yep, pretty good stuff. Well, let's talk a little bit about this track, Rick.
My favorite.
It is I know that. It is a super speedway, formerly known as California. It's a D-shaped track. That's 2 miles, very low banking here. It's fast, and that can sometimes cause an issue on some of those corners.
Yeah, it definitely can, Chris. I mean, this track is a lot of fun, though, because, even though the banking's not huge, this isn't Daytona, this isn't Talladega, but, man, this track is fast, and you're going to see a lot of drivers, I'm sure, riding up against that wall. That's the place where you kind of want to be. We're going to see a couple different race lines in this, though, I do believe. I mean, right now I'm kind of watching Terry Foster. He's kind of taking that mid line up through. And I've seen some other guys riding the wall and some that are just, doing regular speedway stuff. So it's going to be interesting here tonight.
It is going to be very fun. About 4 minutes to go before we go to that open qualifying, which honestly, I've just absolutely fallen in love with. 10 minutes to get your best lap and try and get your car qualified. And we've gone this far in without even mentioning our sponsor, but we're going to take care of that right now. Make sure you check out trjkarting.com for all of your karting needs. trjkarting.com is your #1 online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional and a dedicated section for sim racers. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them. Their focus is to put their customers into victory lane, and they do that, Rick, regularly.
Oh, that they do, man. I mean, I talk about it week in and week out, man. I just love following them on Facebook because you get to see all kinds of things that they do over there, man. It's just amazing.
Yeah, really, really cool.
The Moose in the booth out there in chat land, man. Roger, how you doing, buddy?
He's fallen in love, so that's something. Oh, man. Little under 3 minutes to go here in practice. And Rick, we're going to kick off another story here, and I had kind of teased it a little bit. There is a team out there that is changing sponsorship, and I am talking, of course, about the Dr. Squatch team. No longer, as they have decided to shift gears and move on over to Top Flight Computers. That move is going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. They've got some stuff to sort out, but that is definitely coming. So the Dr. Squatch team, no more. Now Top Flight Computers. Some big names on that team too. Brian McRae, Big Daddy, with Kyle Wellman, Derek Paulson, and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Those 4 drivers, as I mentioned, are switching over to Top Flight Computers, and we're going to get more information on that as it comes out. I'm sure Brian will do his best to keep us posted on that, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Of course, Rick right on top of things with the links tonight.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I've been actually following Chris over at Top Flight Computers there for quite a while, Chris, and they build some awesome machines, man. And one thing that I love about them is that whenever they build a new system, they usually put it up on a live YouTube stream, and you can follow along with them building and everything, and they talk about all the different things. So it's just amazing.
Yep, I've been following, I've been watching. It's pretty cool stuff. As somebody who kind of likes to get in on a computer and build from time to time, it's really cool to see other people and maybe how they do it. And practice session, Rick, really starting to wind down here with 40 seconds left. And I don't know, is the NASCAR race even still going?
When I came down, that's one of the only things that I dislike about starting early is that, some races like the one today down at Phoenix, which is where we're going to be next week, folks. I know we started our season there, but we are following NASCAR. So next Sunday, we are back to Phoenix, Chris, nice and warm. It's going to be great. But there was like 50 laps left to go. And I'm rooting for Harvick on this one. I'm not going to lie. I know that's going to be a shock to you since he drives for Ford. But, I want to see Happy take it. And I know he was in about 5th at that time. Roger's saying it's finally only. Who won, Roger? Please don't tell me. Okay, that's 22. Never mind.
Joey Logano won? Holy cow. Okay. And that is going to do it for practice as these cars getting ready to do their thing in open qualifying. Who is going to be the first one out on track? It looks like it's going to be Dalton Kilroe and Ryan Wash, man. Those 2 drivers not wasting any time to get out on track. Kilroe very fast in that practice session, Rick.
Well, my eyes are on the 41, Chris. I mean, he's got that turn 3 racing engine there in that number 41 Daddy-O's barbershop machine. And He's been having a good season so far now. I'm going to knock on wood because I don't want to jinx it, and I'm going to stop talking about him, but I'm definitely watching that 41 here tonight.
Looks like Harvick took second.
Hey, listen, as long as he beat
That other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larson was doing good. Larson's kind of my main driver, but, you know, it's hard because I know that Harvick's going to be retiring soon. That's not confirmed, folks, so don't freak out or anything, but it's a good guesstimate. He's been racing for quite a few years. Of course, as we know, Jimmy Johnson, his last season here in full-time Cup racing.
Are we going to get a 5 wide start on this thing? I don't think so.
You never know. You never know.
It's true.
It's Auto Club, baby. I'm just going to say it. My first official win came here in the trucks 2 years ago.
And there's Tim.
Yeah, TRJ Karting, number 18, back-to-back trumps. You are absolutely right. He's so far this season had a couple of top fives. He was the first place loser there a couple weeks ago. They didn't even talk about him, you know, coming in, what was it, second or third last night? I don't know. The Xfinity, I mean, even the young kids beat him.
Now the 41 of Dalton Kilrow up top on the speed chart so far. His quick time of 42.897, getting ready to end another lap here in Fontana. This West Coast swing is almost done. Got one more race next week at ISM Phoenix.
Phoenix, it's not even like that. ISM, I know you disliked it that when they changed their name. That only lasted a season, bro. You can just say Phoenix now. Your favorite track.
Yeah, it still comes up as ISM though.
Oh, that's because iRacing below.
Yeah, hashtag soon.
Hashtag exactly.
Go check out the 16 of Ian Habiak. Habiak right now being scored in 9th. Just under a half a second slow. No big deal. That's easy enough to pick up on track. Actually, a lot of these times very, very close so far. And you know who hasn't taken a lap yet, Rick? The 88. Oh, yes, he has.
Yeah. I was gonna say the 88, but right now he's sitting in 5th position.
Fine, yeah, I missed him completely. Sorry about that, Jamie.
I mean, in your defense, the last few races, we haven't seen him go and do a qualifying lap. You know, he's starting to back, work his way up, but Auto Club's a little tough.
And Roger was just gonna day that, so.
Yeah, Roger, I think is he's having a couple of Busch. What kind of beer is that? I don't know. Look at our man Terry Foster right now, Chris, sitting in 7th position.
Yeah, the 86. He said he's been doing some practicing, and look at this. It's starting to show up here. Ooh, 78 around.
You know, that doesn't surprise me either, Chris. One thing we haven't talked about yet. That track temperature, 115 degrees right now, man. That's hot and slick, man.
Yeah, it really is. So now Jamie Walker and Dalton Kilrow going back and forth on that speed chart, finding a little bit here and there. So much fun to watch these guys just getting around this track. .41, Dalton Kilrow back up top as Jamie Walker was bringing it down onto pit road. And so too does Dalton Kilrow. 4 fresh tires, if you please. Brian Wash out there in 3rd spot. Wash has not had the season that he's wanted so far, but every week comes. He's fast.
I definitely agree. That 68 looking really fast right now, Chris. Sitting there in third.
Yeah, he's only 100th of a second off from second spot. Jamie Walker Kilroe resumes the speed that he had earlier.
Wait, no, Tim, you guys got to go out there and find a teammate. That's what the issue is. You're the only Toyota out on track right now.
James Mullins in the 101 getting around. He's fourth quickest so far. Hank Karsten, who right now is very far down on the points chart, is looking at fifth spot. Very loose car. Man, he almost brought it around. Decides he's going to bring it down pit road. Maybe kill a cone or two. Brad Collins in the 22. Good looking car. Dig that. The 42, Kyle Wellman out there trying to get it done right now, being scored seventh quickest. Terry Foster in eighth. Rick Thompson in the 76. Has yet to be sponsored, it looks. But he is running ninth quickest so far here in this open qualifying session. And rounding out the top 10, it's going to be John Perkins in the 33.
Oh man, Tim, I got some good news for you. You need to go ahead and call down to the 78 spotter and see if they'll work with you, because that is the second Camry that is now on track.
AJ and Pedra. Ooh, a little bit of blinking issues out of Pedra though.
If you remember last week, Ryan Wash had a massive issue.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
hope that, I mean, it was tough last week, but man.
Big Daddy Brian McRae heading out on track so far. He's 16th fastest, looking to try and improve on that. See if the 35 is able to get that thing going a little bit quicker. The 85 to the outside wall. That's Travis McChesney. And Rick, I know you want to go swimming whenever you see that car.
Well, you know I do. I mean, I'm still looking at Brian McRae's new paint scheme there, Chris. He's got the authentic details. That's his brother's company, man. That's another one you want to follow. If you're a car guy, you want to follow. I would kill. Now, you know me. I'm a detailer, okay, at heart. Born and raised. Well, not born and raised, but since I was 9 years old and up, man. And I would love to detail some of the cars that they get to detail. That's all I'm saying. Brian McRae, if they ever need help, just let me know.
Casey Campbell in the 73. I believe this is his first run with these guys. Fred Thompson in the 46. Another newcomer. Aaron Bockover sitting on pit road, as are a lot of other drivers. Some have just chosen to start towards the rear of the field here, Rick. You know, you got Brian Dees, Marquis Smith, Andrew Beach, Jeff Price, Corey Sherman, and Noah Van Hoot, all sitting on pit road, not even in their car. And the 41 is looking really good here. That 42.660 may just hold up as he decides he's done enough here in qualifying. Brings it down pit road. Jamie Walker also coming on down pit road. He's going to start second spot. Ryan Wash looks like he's going to be taking third. As qualifying rolls down to an end and we get ready to go here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It is the TRJkarting.com Blazing Pedals K&N Series getting ready to go. And this is going to be a good one. This track, very hot, 114 degrees, as Rick mentioned. lot of the drivers coming on down pit road as it is the end. Derek Poulsen coming down silently. The engine is off on the 6, and that's what got him that win last week. So maybe practicing? I don't know. I don't know. All right, here we go. We're going to start getting ready to grid them up. On row number 1 tonight, it's going to be the 41 of Dalton Kilrow, and to his outside, the 88 of Jamie Walker. Starting on the inside, row number 2, it's the 68 of Ryan Wash, and to his outside, it's James Mullins in the 101. On the inside, row number 3, it's the 5 of Hank Caston, and Brad Collins going to be starting to his outside. Row number 4 is made up of Derek Poulsen in the 6 and Kyle Wellman in the 42. Terry Foster takes the inside, row number 5, and Rick Thompson in the 76 right behind him. In row number 6, it's going to be John Perkins in his number 33, and to his outside, it's going to be Jacob Hoppe. Row number 7, on the inside, it's the 16 of Ian Habiak and Adrian Pedra to his outside. Jeff Hartline in the 97 starts row 8 on the inside with Brian McRae to his outside. James Hatcher going to be on the inside of row number 9, and to his outside, it's the Butcher, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in his number 10. Nick Okie going to start to the inside of row number 10 with Brandon Dennis to his outside. David Bennett in his number 13. On the inside of row number 11, Travis McChesney to his outside. Chris Williams in the number 7 going to pick up the inside of row number 12. And to his outside, it's Corey Rutherford in his number 55. Row 13, made up of Casey Campbell and Fred Thompson. Row 14, Patrick A. and Aaron Bockover. Row 15, it's going to be Andrew Beach and Marquis Smith. Row number 16, Jeff Price and Brian Dees. And row 17, Corey Sherman and Noah Van Hoot. And that makes up the field for tonight. We are going to get ready to go right here from California. Speaking of California, hello Skittles. Checking in from California just to make sure we're doing her state proud. As we get ready to go for the first time here, pace car lights are off. We are getting ready to kick this thing off. Dalton Kilrow is going to be your race leader at the start of this one. He's got the 88 right to his side, getting ready to go. This is going to be a good one. Rick, I know you're having some issues over there. Have you been able to correct it at all?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. Speaking of good, here we go. Green is good, and we are green.
And man, look at that 41 just taking off, man.
That turn 3 Racing Network power plant doing its job for Dalton Kilrow as the 41 is already starting to pull away. Ryan Wash was able to take second spot away from Jamie Walker. Walker was on the outside, didn't like it, falls in line in third spot.
Hey man, these guys are wasting no time basically going nose to tail, Chris. They know that it is a long race. We didn't talk about that here tonight. We got 120 laps here at Auto Club.
That's right, yeah. 240 miles getting set. And lap 1 in the books. Dalton Kilroe takes it. And, man, Jamie Walker still trying to figure out how to maybe make a pass here. As he's stumbled back into third spot on the start and has to try and get that thing moving. We'll go back into the field just a little bit. We're watching the 22. That's Brad Collins. Collins looking to the inside possibly of Kyle Wellman in the 42. Didn't make that move work. This is a big, wide track, Rick, and I know one that you love.
Oh, it's a lot of fun racing here, Chris. I mean, it's a great track. Very fast. These guys are doing a heck of a job here, though. Derek Paulson making a move there on Hank Castle in number 5. Paulson went onto the inside, Chris. He cleared the 5 with no problem. Derek Paulson, last week's winner, working his way up.
A great shot right there. All those cars. That was really cool. More side-by-side action as the 22. Brad Collins now finally does get to the inside of Wellman. Now Collins has got to try and make a stick. Wellman going to cut the nose off. Keeps his position, and look at this. Terry Foster coming in.
Terry Foster coming in. Somebody having an issue there, Chris. The 101.
Yeah, it's James Mullins. Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't an issue. I mean, you know what it is. I mean, it's a long race, man. You don't want to be racing too hard. Drop back a little bit. Let everybody have some fun up front.
Well, he seems to be back up to speed now. We're watching the 33 and the 2. The 33 belonging to John Perkins and the 12 of Jacob Hobie. Oh, excuse me, the 2.
The 2.
Yeah. I too can read.
That's the U-Haul machine. And he's hauling right now. The other guy that's hauling, the guy right behind him there, the 35, Ryan McCrae. He's doing a little racing there with trjkarting.com. Toyota Camry driver being hit, yep. Maybe it's got the butcher. Ooh, it got some blinking going on too.
Yeah.
That's Pedro. Oh. All right, caution on Pedro.
And we caught just the tail of that. We're going to go back and see if we can pick the whole thing up here as Adrian Pedra is being kind enough to show us some of that damage model. We're going to go back, and he is having some blinking issues, so we'll see how good this works. All right, let's try it. So 78 crosses the start-finish line. Heads into the corner. Oh, just gets a little loose right there. That seam of the track. Gotta be a little careful of those. Oh, and then the blinking happened, and that didn't, yeah. A lot of that was just iRacing and the connection issues. Front fascia a little bit loose on that 78, but he's able to keep it going. So we go back live under caution number 1 here, and we'll go check in on the admins, see what they have to say, if we can.
I don't know what. Why didn't he just leave it in the wall?
Because he had to pull it off the wall.
He didn't have to because he'd already killed it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's exactly what happened last week.
You have to catch up to the field. If you get a black flag for passing, we will clear it.
Oh, McChesney hit it like fucking 20 minutes later. And then bitched.
Well, that's still on the 78. I mean, he pulled it off the wall.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, why is he bitching?
I don't know.
McChesney could see it all day and just drove right into him. I mean, he got out of the gas,
All right,
but just kept driving straight.
I'm going to call this.
All right, yeah.
All right, guys, that one was the 78. Gets into the wall, and instead of keeping it in the wall, pulls it off the wall, which the 95 had nowhere to go and ran into the back of him. That one's going to be on the 78. That's an EOL and first strike. It's the same thing that happened last week. Get in the wall, just kind of keep it up there until you know you can pull it off.
All right, there's the call. 78 having some issues. Gets into the wall and tries to pull it off, and you know, Sam was right, Rick. That's exactly what we were seeing last week. You pull it off the wall and bad things happen.
And, you know, we talked about that last week too, Chris. That is something that's very kind of hard for a driver because your instinct tells you to turn off the wall, but as you can see, not a good idea. One thing that was kind of cool, I was actually riding along with the 95 Brandon Dennis when that happened, and I jumped into the cockpit view when his hood flew up, man. I can't imagine being a driver. I mean, it's going to be cool when this damage model hits all the cars on iRacing.
Yeah, bring it on. It's pretty cool. And we got one in the infield care center. Rick, why don't you take care of that business?
Travis McChesney, the driver, number 85. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, I see that you've been released out of the infield care center. What happened?
Pretty much the car was in the wall. I don't know why he pulled it off the wall. Guy got clipped. I mean, the only reason I drove straight into him is because he was blinking all over the place. I don't know if it was just his bad internet or what was going on, but I can't see exactly what's going on. And when people are having connection issues like that, it's a big problem. And I wish it was addressed more as far as the blinking, but that dude was blinking for a whole lap and a half, and it's honestly, I mean, it's kind of unfair.
Well, I know it is. You know, it stinks when that happens. I mean, we saw it last week with Ryan Wash, and actually during those blinking, he was kind of lucky. He got inside the number 3 car, the Shermanator, but iRacing didn't catch it. Unfortunately, that did not work out for you. You going to be able to get back out there tonight?
We're looking at it. We got about 15 minutes of required repairs and 12 seconds of optionals. This doing damage model's not friendly. Straight sheared off on my front tire. That'll get a toe in, so we'll see. We'll try to get back out there.
All right, brother. Anybody on that 85 you want to thank?
No, not at all.
Not yet.
Yeah, let's just hopefully get back out there and improve a little more.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
That was the driver of the number 85, Travis McChesney. Going to try and get it back out there, he says.
Yeah, you know, with 15 minutes left to repair, we're only on lap number 9 right now, 120. Why not? Long season, you want to get every point you possibly can, you know?
Absolutely. Well, pace car lights are off. We're getting set to send these guys back underway.
Skittles wants to see something already, and don't worry, we will.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Big fast track like this, how could it not?
I mean, if you notice again, big fast track, and look at the pace car, that beautiful Porsche. During testing, they found out that the Ford Mustang wasn't going to be able to make it. There you go, KR. That was for you, buddy.
Why? Why?
Because it's the Porsche.
Turn 3, our favorite spot on any racetrack. Pace car.
My favorite spot.
Hard left-hand turn. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag. Dalton Kilroy takes the up lane, and here we go. Back under the green flag. He takes off again.
Man, Chris, I mean, that 41 is just really fast on the restarts. What an outstanding job there.
Well, again, it comes down to that power plant rig, that turn 3 racing motor. And it is something special. Our engineers worked really hard on the off season, and they are putting out some quality stuff right now.
Well, you know, we worked hard on the off season down at Priority Auto to get that thing ready.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Shameless plug.
Battle for third, but it's quick as the 6 of Derek Paulson takes it away from Kyle Wellman in the 42. Jacob Hopi right behind him. And then you've got a bunch of drivers. Look at this. Taylor, the Butcher Benjamin, followed by Brian McRae, followed by Kerry Foster.
Jeff Harline. I don't want to forget Jeff, man. He hasn't had the greatest season so far, but man, that 97, looking like a rock star out there right now.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah?
I know it's only lap 11.
Oh, but you can't do it. You can't do it enough.
No, I feel like it's time.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn up your phone, turn up your TV, turn up your computer, because it's time to turn it up. New race leader after we turn it up a little bit. Rick gets Ryan Wash up front, able to get around Dalton Kilrow, who led 14 laps.
And it was a good pass too, Chris, there. I was watching it. It was great, man. Leader number 2 so far tonight. Man, that turn it up was cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I mean, Michael Waltrip had a big, like 3 foot long hot dog during the race, and I got homemade cookies, cold milk, and a cold Miller Lite delivered.
Pretty good.
It is.
Derek Paulson in the light blue car. One of those new top flight computer guys. That team formed up virtually overnight, Rick. You got your mouth full, don't you?
I do.
Terry.
And I was doing something.
Yeah. Terry Foster in the 86, man. He is having a hell of a night here so far, running 8th spot right now. That's just awesome. Good to see Terry out there getting it done.
You know, I'm hoping Terry's luck turns around because he's been having one heck of a season. And towards the end of the race, he gets caught up in somebody else's mess. But you can definitely tell that he has been practicing a lot during the offseason, and it is paying off as he looks on the inside of Brian McRae's number 35. Not able to complete the pass that time, but man, he's looking racy tonight. Beautiful paint job.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
I know who did that one. We'll check in on the 16, Ian Habiak. Ian currently running in 18th position. He's got the 33 of John Perkins right behind him. And the TRJkarting.com splattered on the hood, on the quarters. Digging it.
I love that car. I mean, I love the sponsor too, as we all do. Matter of fact, as always, I got my TRJkarting.com beautiful fitted hat on. I got the old school TRJ karting sweatshirt on, and Derby, I haven't forgot about you, buddy. I am wearing your shirt. Derby shirt, man. I just love these guys, Chris. Huge shout out and thanks to Serby and, of course, to Mark Arthur, and definitely to Mark Arthur, man, bringing us that turn it up graphic.
Absolutely. It's a great thing when we're under caution.
We are. I saw some smoke there as I was watching Ian Habiak go around.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to go back and take a look. It looks like it was between the 35 and the 86.
Yep. The commentator curse.
Yep. Well, 86 was behind the 35 and may have made some contact. Goes into the wall. Oh, something happened to the left front there at Terry Foster's machine. And Brian McRae able to keep moving. So Foster with some damage. We're going to go check in with the admins and see what they've got to say.
Yeah, always catch the back and catch you best going a bit. Ain't fair to make her wait on the lower car.
I've got a tire down, guys.
Good black flag.
I got a black flag too. Thank you. I have a black flag as well.
Same here.
Same here. 35 black flag clear, please. 5 needs black flag cleared.
I need one clear too, please.
You get them quicker than me.
Thank you.
Number 9 black flag.
Oh,
What'd you do?
I admin him by accident.
All right, guys. That one was between the 35 and the 86. 86 slides up, gets in the left rear corner of 35, spins him around. That's going to be on the 86. EOL first strike.
There you go. EOL first strike for Terry Foster, who again finds himself on pit road.
You one of the interesting things, Chris, there as you're going through that replay, I obviously go through the replay also, and I went into the left front suspension on the 86 machine. You can see his tire go down.
Yeah,
the
it
new
was
tire
pretty
model,
cool.
the new damage model, everything is. This is awesome. Good job, iRacing.
I want to go ahead and thank everybody for coming on out on a Sunday night for the TRJkarting.com Blazing Pedals K&N series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We really do appreciate it. And so do the drivers and the league owners. If you haven't done it yet, make sure to go check out TRJkarting.com.
We didn't talk much about the stage racing yet tonight, have we?
No, we have not. In fact, I was just bringing it up. First stage going to end at the end of lap number 36. The end of lap 72 for the second stage. And then it's 120 laps of just pedal to the metal extreme action here on a Sunday night to wrap up this race. So, in other words, it's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Speaking about a lot of fun, there's a guy out there that is having a lot of fun. That is the 22 of Brad Collins. The new race leader, number 3 for tonight.
So far tonight, 2 cautions for 7 laps. 2 lead changes amongst 3 drivers. These guys under the second caution of the night. And a lot of pit stops have happened here, Rick. A lot of strategy has been playing out and has played out. Top 6 drivers on the scoreboard have come down pit road between 15 and 17 laps ago. Everybody else has come down this caution, take those tires and fuel.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's one driver that hasn't come down once at all, and that's the number 3, the Shermanator. Unless my scoring is way off.
I'm showing he did come down.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll believe you.
In fact, I'm showing he's come down twice. But nonetheless, he's sitting in 6th spot with that number 3 car.
He is. And it looks like we have a driver in the infield care center.
Well, I hate to do this one, but I guess it has to be done.
It's your fault.
Yeah, no,
it's all your fault.
No, it was you. Hey, pace car lights are off. Terry, stand by. We're going to get to you here after we get back under the green flag.
10-4.
Hashtag blame Chris.
Rick.
It's all good, guys. It's all good.
Heading on down the back stretch. Been a pretty good race so far. Lap 24 of 120. Aerial coverage tonight's race brought to you by TRJkarting.com. As we get ready to send these guys back into the green flag, we do have Terry up here in the booth with us for, just because. And we'll be talking to him in just a moment here. Just waiting for that pace car to take that hard left-hand turn. And there it goes, and we are getting ready to go back to the green flag. Oh, we got a caution before this thing even kicks out. We got cars around. Oh, we got a bunch of them. Oh, boy.
Old tires, guys. Old tires.
Oh, boy. Well, let's go on back and take a peek.
Excuse me.
As they were trying to get started up on this one. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's a mess. A couple of cars tore up pretty bad. Some of them not so bad. Hate to see that for Hank Caston. He was the 5 car. The 71 involved. Andrew Beach. The 14. Also involved with that one. Yeah, that's not the way you want to get started. So we are under a caution yet again, or still. And now, Terry, we have some time to talk. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, not much. I tell you what, this last accident, guys, it has to be due to the tires. We were after for a little bit. That's my guess. I don't know. I'm not there. I got about 8 minutes left to repair. Yeah, 35. I just got up behind him too close, and he backed off. Found out he was going to the pits. If I'd known that, I'd never got that close to him. Probably he just backed off more than I could handle, and tagged him, turned him, and this new damage model, guys, it put my front left. It looks like my A arm is sticking through my hood.
Well, that was the interesting thing, because even when you were on pit road, I was watching you and you're spinning your tires, but you weren't going anywhere.
I know. Yeah, that left front tire is it's all wobber jawed, and something came through like I said, something came through the hood, and I'm not a car guy. That's your guys' department.
Yeah, definitely like a control arm or something. But yeah, that left front didn't look good.
I would have to say control arm because I had no control.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So I'm going to get her fixed. I'm going to get back out there. I think the motor is okay. I'm just going to get out there and try to get me some laps in for them points.
The all-important points.
The points. That's
How's the
right.
flux capacitor doing? I mean, you got to have one of those too. Don't forget that.
I don't think I got enough bananas in it or something. I don't know. I tell you what, guys, I was having a hell of a race. I was having fun. The car felt great getting around this track tonight, and I was up there, top 5, top 8 with these guys. It's great.
Yeah, you were running really well, and Rick was just talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what happened.
Rick was talking about me, huh?
Yep, that's what happened.
Well, you know what? He painted the car. He's allowed.
You'll see in the replay, buddy. I know you watch them, but man, we're back under green.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys get back calling the race. I'm going to go look at my car and see how much time we got.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Brad Collins in the 22, your race leader, but here comes Jamie Walker. Josh Kane checking in chat. Josh, how are you, bud? Good to see you out there.
Not only how are you, where are you?
Yeah.
Power Club, man. Come on. We talked about this.
Oh, the 22 goes down onto pit road. Jamie Walker taking over the lead. That will be the first lap Jamie Walker's led all night, and it's lap number 28.
And that's not good for a lot of drivers out there, Chris. And the reason why I say that is because we know when the 88 and that GoDaddy machine, he gets out front, he's hard to get out of there.
Well, what we've seen a lot of so far here tonight, Rick, is that fresh air, that clean air from being up front. Very important. And look at the gap he's putting on Rick Thompson right now. The 88 is moving. Jamie Walker with the race lead. Rick Thompson, John Perkins, your top 3. After that, it's Dalton Kilroe, James Mullins, and Corey Sherman.
Look at how dedicated Josh Kane is. He's sitting in JFK, heading to Arizona. God bless you, man. Hopefully you have good, safe travels.
You want to blow some of that warm air on over to us, Josh, please?
It's not, I don't know, man. I had the heat off, the windows open today. We did a lot of playing outside.
Well, Rick Thompson in the 76, Rick. Not done with the 88 yet because he is catching the back bumper of Walker, and Thompson looking really racy right now.
Well, of course he is. Look at his first name.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, again, I have him win here, so Rick Thompson could win. It is the Rick track as we're under caution.
Under caution one more time. And this one may be on John Perkins.
Perkins, yep.
We'll go back and take a peek, see what happened. So we're watching the 33, John Perkins. He's got Kyle Wellman right behind him in the 42. Oh, may have made some contact there. And then hard into that wall in reverse. You see who made it through there was Derek Paulson.
And Ian Habiuk.
So let's go back again. I'll watch out of the front, or excuse me, out of the driver's seat of Derek Paulson. This one happens pretty quick. Oh, great moves to try and get around. Oh, he locked the brakes hard on that thing. Great moves. Well, let's go in and see what the admins have to say about that one.
It's all good, man. All right, guys, that one was between the 33 and the 42. 42 goes into the corner, gets in the left rear at 33, sending him around. That's going to be on the 42. EOL first strike.
We're getting a little antsy, guys. I know cost us, but go back to the beginning of the.
All right, on the 42 is the call. Kyle Wellman with the EOL. And I hope so, Josh. It'd be good to get you out on track here. But right now, Jamie Walker is the race leader. And you saw Rick Thompson starting to reel him in. But Rick, we have stage end very soon here. Lap number 36. We're on lap 32.
And it's going to be interesting, too, because I don't think we'll see too many drivers come down pit road. Or in that stage caution.
I don't know. I bet you better than half will come down. Tires here are so important. This track's so warm. And really, we haven't talked about it for a little while, but it's still 111 degrees on that track surface.
Yeah, it cooled down a little bit, but not a lot.
So as the field sits here under caution, Jamie Walker as the race leader. Walker now knows where he stands as far as trying to win the first stage here. But look who is going to be right behind him. Dalton Kilroe in the 41 has made his presence known here tonight, and he is looking to do some more. As the man that led the first 14 laps now sitting in third spot. Pace car lights should be going off this time by field will start to go 2 by 2, getting it ready to go one more time here at the Auto Club.
And you know, while we're waiting for that, you know, a little track back. Chris, have you seen the movie Ford versus Ferrari yet?
No, I have not.
Me neither, but now I have to, because this track was actually used as Daytona International Speedway in that film.
Huh.
Yeah. Interesting, huh?
I wonder how they did that. The banking is very, very different.
Well, it is interesting.
Yeah, that's one of those movies. It's on my list. I've got to watch that. I also want to watch the Carroll Shelby movie.
And that's not the only movie that this track has been in since it's been built. In 2000, Charlie's Angels.
Oh, yes.
Herbie Fully Loaded. A Bucket List. Come on now. Of course, this track was built by Roger Penske.
Well, it's big, it's wide, and it's fast.
And I have a win, an official win. The only one I've ever had and I will ever have, probably. But I got one, and I have the black on my wall to prove it. That's actually why Danica Patrick retired, just so you know, because my record is better than hers.
That's true. Heading on down a long back stretch here at the Auto Club. Getting ready to go back under the green flag, and it's going to be a one-lap shootout, Rick, for the stage caution to come out. And yeah, Skittles, I want to see that so bad. Hard left-hand turn from the pace car, and here we go again. Green flag is out, and the 88 has the race lead, and he is trying to pull away. Oh no, the 41 gets into the back of the 76. The 76 comes back out on track. Rick Thompson going for a ride. As we are under caution one more time, going to go back and take a peek, see what happened to him. And it was right off the restart, Rick. And I believe the 41 may have gotten into him here. In fact, we're going to go right into the 41's cockpit view and see what he saw.
That left front tire not turning at all on the 76.
Oh boy. It was like the 76 just couldn't get up to speed or something there. Not sure. But this is why we have admins. We're going to go listen in.
Even take a look at it from the cockpit. He like
guys, catch
lifted
the
a little
pace
bit.
car. If you get the black, we will clear it.
No, why is so fucking... I don't want to cuss.
Pace car in the back stretch.
Nah, it's just...
Thank you, Marky.
I don't know why he's so close to him.
No, it's not in turn 4.
I don't know why he's so close to him.
Saw the checkup. My bad.
Alright guys, that one was the 41 and the 76. 41 gets into his back bumper and turns him around. That's going to be on the 41. It's going to be an EOL and first strike.
So a tough call right there on the 41, who's going to go from leading this race all the way to the back as he receives his EOL. And Jamie Walker going to be credited with the first stage win of this race. And man, that's a tough call, Rick. You got somebody very competitive out there. You're going to send him to the back of the field. And it's not that he doesn't deserve it, because he did cause that one, but man, that's a tough call on the 41 team.
You know that it is. I mean, racing stuff happens, but you know, you got to take it nice and easy. I mean, we talked about this many times, Chris. You know, cautions breed cautions. We're starting to see that now. These guys need to, you know, just settle down a little bit. A lot of racing left to go. We're only on lap 37 of 120.
Coming up next week, next Sunday night, we are going to Phoenix, ISM, whatever you want to call it.
It's Phoenix.
That's where we're going. That'll be the second and last time we go there this season.
Can I get a hallelujah?
Uh-huh. Things do happen when you party naked. Yes. So true. Aaron Bockover takes over the race lead.
I had to ask Joshua Kane, does that mean that you're heading into the back room of the TSA security line, or?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, area coverage for tonight's race provided by trjkarting.com. Make sure to go on over to trjkarting.com. It's your #1 online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional, and they have a dedicated section for sim racers. Easy for you to say, Rick. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them, and their focus is to put their customers into victory lane. trjkarting.com. Make sure to go check them out, guys. Make sure you let Tim know that Chris and Rick sent you. Good dude.
Oh, heck of a dude. And listen, if you're not into kart racing, that's fine, man. We got stickers. We got shirts, hats, sweatshirts. Did I mention stickers? Lots of stickers. I got a cool poster. I got some cool Alpine racing shoes. And some Racing for a Cure autism awareness gloves. And my prized possession from Tim, my Uniline box cutter.
Yeah, just saw the 86. He's coming on back.
Is it the driver or is it the spotter? I think we're going to have to go into the live spotting trjkarting.com team's channel for this one.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm going to just let that part slide, buddy. I mean, everything else about that. I mean, I heard that driver, who's going to be nameless here, supports Bernie Sanders.
Oh, no. Into the spotter I go.
Let's see what we do. No tires. One more stage break, 72 again, so we'll see what we can do. Base cars in. Green, 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 green. Green, you're clear high. Clear all around. 40 outside lane, started slow. 2 is 2 cars back. Single bomb behind you, you're clear all around. Clear all around. Remember, we're trying to stretch this first set of tires so it's nice and easy. Two is 1 back, clear all around. How about that run by Kyle Busch today, huh? Up to what, 3rd place today? 2nd last week, 3rd today? I'm sure Rick's loving that. Clear all around. Alright, big one. You got 2 looking outside, 1 lane up. You're clear all around, clear to the wall. Yeah, now that I know Rick's a hater, the 18, we're going to troll him hard all year long. Got another 33 weeks to go. Clear all around. You're looking for buck. KB for life. That was a really nice entry right there. It's really nice. 101 up in the wall. Right there you go. Everybody starting to get a little loose, so everybody's gonna start crying for tires here. So
Yeah, I know. I was trying to fill out some more.
real easy on the throttle, easy on, easy off. 42 inside, still inside, 1 lane down, inside, 1 lane down. Take it easy. Inside one way down. Good to go. They're all around. Easy on, easy off. Wait, if we can make this second stage break, we'll be very happy. Same set. Oh, somebody went around, I think. Nope. All I heard was sorry, but we're good. They're all around. Six is 2 behind you. 6 lengths behind him to the next car. Good job, you're running in the top 5. 21's a little sketchy coming off the 2, so he usually checks up. There you go.
Yeah, I know he's going.
Yeah. Go where he does it this time. Okay, there you go. 6 is 1 back. Six is to your outside, at your door. Door. Try to draft behind your ear a little bit. Clear behind the 6, you clear behind the 6. Alright, you got 42 coming up around the outside. Yeah, you're about 1 lane too low there. 42 straight for the wall, he's right to your outside. Clear behind the 42. 101 is 5 car lengths back.
Pretty cool stuff happening out of the spotter booth. Tim Habia trying to keep his driver up to date on what's happening all around him. And more importantly, Rick, he is trying to keep him from burning out those tires.
I mean, that's going to be key here, Chris. And, you know, you're going to try to save that stuff. But, man, Ian Haydick doing a good job out there. And I don't know what I like more, man. I don't know if it's the turn it up or if I like the buy spotter. And it's a good thing you pulled me out of the channel. But anyway, I love you, Tim. I love you, Ian. You guys are awesome. And I love going in and hearing, man. I mean, having a live spotter is huge on any track. And I think those guys, they pair up well. They go out there and they do what they got to do.
Well, we got a race leader in the 22 right now, Rick. Brad Collins. And Collins has led the last 12 laps as they cross the start-finish line. The 22 has got himself a good machine, and it is running very well out there. He's keeping Jamie Walker at bay, about a 6/10 of a second lead over Walker right now. Then you got to go back a little bit further to find third place runner Marquise Smith. Marquise, another one of those drivers, just has not had the luck so far this season. Looking to try and change it around here tonight in his number 21.
And I gotta say this just about Marquise because he'll get it later when he watches this. But Chris, is that a Kobe Bryant tribute? No, it's not. Okay, never mind.
Derek Paulson running in 4th spot. We got a little bit of a battle here for 5th. Kyle Wellman in the 42 owns it, but the 101 of James Mullins and the 44 of Aaron Bockover trying to put a little pressure on. Kyle Wellman able to get out in front, and they go single file. How about Jeff Price in the 14? He's leading a bit of a pack. Jeff Price being followed by Jacob Hopi. And then you've got Hank Casson, Corey Sherman, Andrew Beach, Belton Kilroe, and the Butcher all sitting right there. A big pack of cars.
I was just going to say a big pack of cars, and now somebody who is just a little further back, John Perkins, he's going to be getting some pressure here. I have a feeling soon.
He's got Patrick Gay.
Really, yeah. Abrahamson.
Okay. I'll do that. I'm with that.
It's probably wrong, but we haven't been told otherwise yet. But let me tell you, Patrick Gay in that number 11 machine, he gets around Perkins.
Ooh, 16, a little squirrely out of that corner.
Well, we heard that earlier there, Chris, when we went down into the last spotting channel. About a half a lane too low, and it does get squirrely down there. This track is hard because it is fast. If you can ride the wall without getting into the wall, that's the scary part, man.
45, James Hatcher. Hatcher running an 18th spot right now. He's got Brian McRae. Actually getting past right now is McRae by the 13. The 13, David Bennett, being scored 1 lap down. He's the first driver 1 lap down. Definitely not due to speed, though. The 13 is moving. Brian Wash sitting back there in the 68. Remember, he started on the outside of the pole. The 68 right now running in 20th spot. Maybe some damage from the right front.
Josh Kane, we'll listen in on you once you get out on track, man. We've been missing you.
It looks like that little stretch of cautions is out of their system now, and we're moving on. Got the 01 of Van Hoot. He's to the inside of Jeff Hartline in the 97. Behind them, it's the 86. Terry Foster back out on track, and Foster now being scored 6 laps down. But looks like he's got good speed out of that 86. Pit crew did a good job.
Yeah, the control arm's looking good. And I think you might have found some bananas for the flux capacitor.
Fred Thompson in the 46. Kind of out there by himself, maybe trying to conserve some tires.
And as we're back down there, Chris, we have a new race leader there. There's a couple laps. But Jamie Walker in the 88 GoDaddy machine retakes the lead.
So as the run wears on, Walker's car seems to be getting a little bit faster as he does reassume the lead. And he's got himself about a 4/10 of a second lead over Brad Collins in the 22.
And Chris, we haven't talked about this much tonight, but what a strong showing here tonight at Auto Club by the Blazing Pedals TRJ Karting K&N Series drivers. 34 drivers took the green flag. Everyone's out there running but one driver, and that's 95 with Brandon Dennis.
Adrian Pedro too.
Is he? Okay. My scoring thing is going all over the place, but these guys having fun. So 2 drivers out here tonight.
Kyle Wellman, at one point in this race, took an EOL penalty. He's worked his way back up to 6th spot. He's right behind the 101 of James Mullins, and the 42 is looking pretty good tonight. Under caution. It looks like it may be Aaron Bockover. Yeah, Bockover turned around on the track. We're going to go find out what happened to him.
Oh boy.
We got the 41 coming out of a corner. Oh, excuse me, the 44. Don Kilrow is behind him. I may have rewound a little too far. Ooh. Looks like Kilrow may have gotten into the back of the 44 machine. And then into the wall. Oh, comes back across the track. Oh, man. Wow. Very good driving by a lot of guys out there. That could have been much, much worse. Aaron Bockover doing a great job. And we're going to kick it on over to the admins.
Yeah, right in the back. Again, another person he hit.
Looks like I'm having a little issue listening in. See if we can get it back. And unfortunately, the only way that I had to get it back was to, shoot. Now we're going to miss it out on that one, but we're going to go ahead and make the call. The 41, Dalton Kilrow, has a hell of a machine out there tonight, Rick, but man, he is having a tough time staying off from the rear bumpers tonight.
And, you know, it's tough, Chris, because these guys they want to go out there and they want to race, but got to be careful because, I mean, these cars do actually line up pretty well, but it's very easy to turn them around.
And some of that is, you know, different times of getting out of the throttle for the corners and different times getting back into them. All those things come into play. You can really, it's easy to make the mistake of getting into somebody. But at the same time, it is kind of avoidable.
And of course, I know you were having an issue there with the live admin stuff, but it was just called Dalton Kilrow, strike number 2. And of course, it was funny because, you know, I heard Serby, that's Sam Baumgart, in there, and I think he kept saying,
"Hit the pace car! What for? Because you hit every other damn thing out there. I want you to be perfect."
Well, while we're under caution, I want to go ahead and thank everybody once again for coming on out on a Sunday night. You're watching the TRJkarting.com Blazing Pedals K&N series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Join us live every Sunday night to check out the exciting action here at Blazing Pedals. These guys put on a hell of a show, and I'll tell you what, man, big fields every week so far this season.
I think we're going to see that all season long, Chris. I mean, that's one amazing thing. You know, these guys do have a lot of respect for each other on the track, even though it might not look like it tonight. It's just hard racing, but, you know, this league is just, it's outstanding. And the car counts, they stay strong all season long.
It's so hard when you're going about 200 miles an hour. You know, it's not easy. This is caution number 5 on the night. 19 caution laps have been run. 7 different lead changes have occurred here tonight. And that 7 lead changes has been through 5 drivers. So Jamie Walker, your race leader, here again under caution. And Rick, we might just, you know what, we're going to go side by side here, try and get a commercial break in real quick.
All right.
Well, back under the green flag, had to cut the commercial a little bit short. Just barely mistimed that thing as the 88 goes back out towards the front. Brad Collins in the 22 trying to hold on a second. Jeff Price in the 14 making his presence felt, but on the inside, Derek Polson in the 6. And Polson is really trying to put his car up towards the front here. Last week's winner trying to get back up to the front where he feels like he belongs.
Well, he definitely belongs there, Chris. I mean, he knows how to race, and once he gets up there, if he can catch that 88 bumper, and if he gets out up front, he's going to be a force to reckon with.
New sponsorship coming for the 16. Top Flight Computers. And right now he is stuck on the outside. Polson trying to figure out a way back into the inside. Can't quite get there. And here comes Corey Sherman. Sherman in the 3 car, sitting in 3rd spot. Takes a move down to the inside. Brad Collins under attack from the Shermanator. Corey Sherman, kind of the last non-beat up TNA Motorsports car out there.
Oh, we're under caution.
Under caution. One more time. Son of a gun. They are breeding themselves, aren't they? We're watching the 11. Oh, it happens before. Hell yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah, 11-101, man. That's tough right there.
Yeah, that one's going to be a tougher one to call. Well, the 101 able to keep going, and then not, as the right front tire has some damage. We go back live.
This damage model is awesome.
Yeah, it really is. And again, I'm having issues. Oh man,
what'd you do?
Here we go. Oh nope, that's a commercial. We don't want commercials, Rick.
No.
Although it's cold and refreshing looking.
Oh, did you get a good one?
Yeah, I did.
But he caught it, but then he came back up the track into the 11. He was slow. He should have stayed down there.
I believe if you have a Twitch
There's
Prime,
no reason
you
to
use it
come
on
up
Serbi's
going that slow. He didn't need to come up the track.
All right. All right, guys, there's a big chain reaction on that one. 21 gets in the back of the 101. 101 saves it. But then when the 101 comes up the track, gets into the 11, which is what brought out the caution. So that will be on the 101. That's an EOL and first strike.
Can we also not send it in full throttle when people are spinning in front of you?
Oh, there you have it. Admins make their call.
And that was a tough one.
Jamie Walker, you're still your race leader, and Walker is starting to show a little dominance here at this track as he's led 22 of laps completed here tonight. Colin Kilroe and Collins both with 15. After that, it's single digits. We want to make sure that we remember, Rick, that this is stage racing, and the next stage is going to end after lap 72 is completed.
And that's right around the corner.
Lots of action happening here at Auto Club Speedway, and I'll tell you, Rick, one good thing that's starting to happen, temperature on the track starting to come down. It's down to 106, which is a pretty good sized difference between where we started off tonight at 113.
You're absolutely right, Chris. Now, one thing, you say it's good, and it is, but one thing the drivers have to adjust to that a little bit. And just a couple of degrees on this track, it really makes a big difference, especially with the new tire models. At 106, I mean, I'd be happy that it's going down, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jamie Walker has his choice, inside or outside. Second place going to be Corey Sherman. Brad Collins in third. Andrew Beach has made his way up to fourth spot, and Hank Caston in the 5, running in 5th spot. Jamie Walker decides he's going to go to the top side. That's going to put Corey Sherman on the inside. And other than the first initial start of this race, Rick, I don't know that there's a huge difference here as far as, starting to the inside or the outside. I just haven't seen it.
No, I think what it really comes down to, Chris, is just the driver's preference on where they want to start. Some people like that high line. Some, like to be about mid-track. Obviously, Jamie Walker, he is going on the outside. So he likes that high line just a little bit better. We'll see what the Shermanator can do there. And then number 3, Savage Edge Machine. Look at that beautiful number 71, Andrew Beach, Chris. He's been kind of quiet there tonight. Sitting in 3rd position right now. That's your number. I know you're happy to see that out there.
Oh, yeah. Anytime I see a 71 on track, I'm drawn to it. All right, here we go. Going to get back under the green flag now as the pace car drops down onto pit road, and the 88 is just waiting. And now it's the loud pedal. Here we go, back under the green flag from the Auto Club. Ooh, Corey Sherman sneaks his way up in front of Andrew Beach. Beach goes down to the inside.
Terminator moves down just to kind of block him there just a little bit, Chris. Man, that's 71 fast.
And now we've got a battle back for 4th spot as the 22 and the 6 getting ready to do it. 22 of Brad Collins on the inside, and he has it. Now Paulson's trying to get down because he knows the 5 is there. Oh, almost making contact. Derek Paulson and Hank Caston almost made contact. That would have been devastating here as they are at the front of the line.
And man, look, Paulson's got all kinds of pressure, Chris. He's got Hank Caston in front of him, the 21, Marquis Smith, moving up now. And of course, right behind Marquis Smith, you got the Butcher. And here comes Ryan Wash in that number 68 machine on the inside.
That Ryan Wash, we know he's fast. Oh my goodness, they almost went 4 wide.
Holy cow.
Man.
That was some smart driving there by all 4 of those drivers saying, no, this isn't good.
Yeah. That could have been really bad.
And that kind of messed up Ryan Wash there in the 68 as the Butcher is going on the inside of him, Chris. Trying to catch up to his teammate, but Ryan Wash not letting that happen. Look at him go there on the outside lane. Now he's going to go around Paulson.
Ryan Wash getting it done on the outside. Now shoots down to the inside.
He wants to follow Marquis Smith, and that's exactly what Wash is doing, right around the 5. Now he's putting some pressure on the 22 on the inside. 22 having to get off the gas just a little bit. The 68 makes that pass clear. And here comes Derek Paulson now.
Paulson in the 6th gathers it back up and down to the inside, following Hank Caston on his outside the 10. The Butcher trying to get to be a part of this race. Brad Collins hanging on. And
everything that he possibly can.
My Lord. At one point there, it looked like he was going to be the middle of a sandwich as Paulson moves up behind his teammate, the Butcher, and the Butcher is just knocking him out right now. He is moving. Collins has one go by on the outside, and on the inside, Paulson's trying to make it work.
And look at the 2 of Jacob Hope trying to get around the 22 now. He's following Paulson. Kyle Wellman thought better of it. Here comes Ian Habiuk into the mix now.
Good battle deep into this run. And you know some of these guys are screaming tires. Even though they were just on pit road about 13, 14 laps ago, this kind of racing right here will eat tires. This is awesome.
It is now. If you haven't noticed, Chris, a little bit of cloud cover coming in. We saw the track get a little darker than what it normally is, and that actually dropped it down to 104 degrees. Ooh, Ian Habiuk way up into the wall. Almost touched it, but saved it. What a good job, but he's losing some ground right now. Hartline goes around him. Here comes Aaron Bockover and Dalton Kilrow on the 41 machine.
Lots of good racing going on mid-pack here.
And Chris, don't look now, but I don't know if I want to mention it because this driver hasn't had the best of luck so far this season, but the 21, Marquis Smith, putting a lot of pressure on Jamie Walker in the 88. We have a new race leader, Marquis Smith.
And Marquis Smith takes it over deep into this run, and here comes Ryan Wash in the 68, down to the inside.
3 wide.
3 wide. Jamie Walker loses a bunch all in one shot, and it might not be over yet because here comes Andrew Beach to the inside of the 88. A battle for 4th. 71 not able to do it, and we do have that race leader of Marquis Smith now in his 21. And man, these guys they're going like it's the last lap, Rick, and they have been for some time, and we're only going to be finishing stage 2.
Well, I was just going to say, it's not the last lap of the race, but we're getting down to the last laps of stage number 2, Chris. Everybody's going out there for those points, man. And that's exactly what's going on. Marquis Smith doing a good job moving his way up through, taking over the lead. Ryan Wash right behind him in that 68, man. That 68, we talked about it. He's fast. The Shermanator hanging on to 3rd place right now as he's looking in his rear view going, come on, Andrew Beach, keep racing the 88. That way I don't have to worry about him. But right now, Jamie Walker hanging on to that 4th position. Andrew Beach bringing up that top 5.
Jacob Holpe right behind him with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin hot on his tail. So the Butcher coming out of nowhere, now running in the top 10. And Aaron Bockover, who we saw have trouble earlier, 9th spot as we're under caution.
Oh man, we got to bring up Marquis Smith, man. That's the end of stage number 2, I do believe.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I want to move. I don't know if I want to mess with his mojo.
Under caution for stage number 2, and stage 2 winner, that man right there in the 21, Marquis Smith, getting it done in his 91 up machine. Awesome.
While that was going on, Chris, I was also keeping tabs on Dalton Kilgore on number 41, moving up from 20th position. Now he's sitting in 12th, just outside of the extra points for the chase there. He was close. He's digging, but I know that his car is very, very tight.
So Marquis Smith winning stage number 2. We're under caution. Rick, we're going to step away for just a moment. When we come back, we'll get a word in with Marquise if we can, and we're going to get to the end of this race. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Back live, and I'm gonna make Rick do it. Rick,
you gonna make? Okay.
Yep.
Marquise Smith, the driver in the number 21 machine. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, coming back from 30th position at the start of this race to taking over the lead and winning stage 2, man, how does that feel?
It feels awesome. For the first time in a long time, I got some stage points here in the league, and I'm finally not wrecking super early.
Well, you know, it's hard because there's this thing that Chris and I believe in, the commentator curse, and, you know, I almost didn't want to talk about you taking the lead because you've been having such bad luck, man, but it looks like you're turning it around here in Auto Club, man. Obviously, the car's looking pretty good. How do you think it's going to go towards the end of the race?
I think it'll go pretty all right if I play my strategy right. I've got some tires saved up to hopefully work this out and get there to the end, so I'm hoping to have some speed at the end here.
All right, buddy. Hey, that's what we love to hear. Listen, is there anybody in that 21 you'd like to thank?
MT2 Esports, 91 and up, and my newest sponsor, Performance Automotive Machine. Really great people, and I appreciate everything they do.
Excellent, buddy. Hey, well, listen, we appreciate you. Continue on with that good luck, man. Hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of this thing.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man.
And that was the driver of the number 21, stage number 2 winner, Marquise Smith. And it is good to get him out and talking to us, Rick. You know, he hasn't had a lot of luck so far this season, so really nice to hear his voice again, and pretty cool to win stage number 2 here tonight.
You know, racing's just one of those things, Chris. I mean, you know, every driver out there has good races, and every other, you know, and some nights you just have a bad one. I mean, look at Dalton Kilrow. You know, things just aren't going, you know, his way tonight, and, you know, that weighs a lot on a driver, man. I mean, you get discouraged, and it's hard. It's very easy to lose focus, but it's really hard to gain it back, too, once you start having some bad luck out there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it can send you for a tailspin. And as you mentioned him, Dalton Kilrow currently sitting in 13th spot here tonight.
I don't know if I want to do this, but I got a request on TeamSpeak for a crew chief interview during the next caution.
Oh boy. Okay.
We all know the 18 sucks. And I don't mean the 18 driver here. Although I don't think there is an 18 driver in the league tonight, so I think we're safe there. But I would love to bring up Tim Habiak, the owner of TRJ Karting, the crew chief for the number 16 TRJ Karting Toyota Camry. Of course, we got to listen in there in the live spotting channel a little while back. And his driver's looking pretty good right now. Ian Habiak going to be starting in the top 5.
So Marquez comes into this as the race leader, comes out running in second spot. Ryan Wash in the 68 is the race leader. He's led 9 laps so far of this event, Rick, and he is fast. We just saw him coming through the field, man. He was racing like it was the last lap, and if he can hold that kind of speed and momentum through the rest of this race, look out for the 68 here tonight. Pace car drops down, getting set to go back to the green flag. Loud pedals are starting to get hit. Here we go. Time to finish this one out.
And the driver just got done with a really long green flag run, Chris. 43 laps left to go here tonight. And let me tell you, Ryan Wash looking really good in that 68. Got a heck of a restart there. Marquis Smith starting to catch up. But look at that number 2, Jacob Hope. That U-Haul machine making his moves up through. Now he's looking on the inside of the 21. He's going to try to get around Marquis Smith. Now they're nice and even up. Marquis, he's just kind of stuck there, man. He's going to be careful because here comes the Butcher on his back. And now the 2 of Hope trying to get around Ryan Ross. Oh, I can't even, I'm so excited, man. Ryan Ross doing a great job there in the 68 in that high line. Oh, man, that 2 is not giving up.
Jacob is definitely racing right now. Got to keep in mind, though, tires. Although they make contact. Ryan Wash starts to get a little squirrely. He does save it. But, man, is he losing some positions out there? A little contact. Oh, we got a big one going on.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, do we have a big one. We got hoods up, bumper covers on the track.
Wow.
Fred Thompson's car is all tore up. We're going back. We're going to figure out what happened there. Looks like, it happened before that. Let's check out Andrew Beach, 71. I'll figure out where this all started here.
All I know is there's a huge gaggle of cars down here, 3 wide.
Oh, the 42 and the 22 make contact. The 44 checks up, gets into the back. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Just a huge chain reaction. And look at the destruction on the track. Parts flying everywhere. Pretty cool that I can say that, but, man, looking bad on track. Let's go over and see if we can't hear what the guys are saying.
Yeah, but that didn't cause the caution. It was everybody checking up for Kyle. Because what happened was that when Kyle started checking up, because he got into him, they're fine. They hold on to it. Bockover checks up, and then Trenton kills Bockover, and then Brian gets in the back of Trenton.
I mean, Trenton. Wait a minute, it's Andrew.
Is it Andrew? The number 8?
Yeah.
That's not Andrew.
Beach. It is. I'm looking at the Andrew Beach.
Oh, has he got a custom number?
No, it says.
Well, for 8. Me, he's got the, so it's 71.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's just, I mean, you got to tell when people are checking up in front of you.
Yeah. And Brian got into it too, unfortunately.
Yep. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give it out here. Let me get my blimp cam so I can see everybody. All right, guys, there was a lot that went on there. All started with the 22 and the 42 getting together. 42's trying to collect it. 44 checks up for the 42, and the 71 kills the back of the 44, which is what brought out the caution. The 71 will be receiving the UL, and that is first strike.
All right, there you go. Now when they're calling on the 71, Andrew Beach, and there was some serious destruction that happened right there.
I mean, it's cool to see the damage model, but I hate to see it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That track crews were busy cleaning that one up.
Well, that's going on. Let's talk to the driver of the 71, Chris. Andrew Beach, driver of the number 71 machine. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm good to see that. I'm happy to see that you're out of the infield care center. Your car's pretty beat up there. What happened?
The way these cars sit, you just really can't see past the guy in front of you. I didn't know anything was going on, and everybody kind of stopped on the backstretch there. So got into the back of the 44 car, I think it was. I feel bad for him. Didn't want to destroy his car. We had a really fast car. We were running up front. Was hoping we were going to be able to salvage a good day out of this. Maybe we'll be able to climb back in it later.
All right, man. Hey, listen, well, you got about 39 laps left to go to get back out there, man. Hopefully you can get back out there. Anybody on that 71 you want to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank some sponsors team sponsors. We've got Turpentine Creek, and we have Running for Heroes that we want to thank for sponsoring Jeff Price today.
All right, man. Hey, listen, hopefully you can get that Pontiac back out there and do what you got to do.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Andrew Beach, driver of the number 71, going to try and get it back out. Rick, I believe there was somebody else you wanted to talk to.
Yeah. Mr. Haybiak, you got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
Battling a little case of the cold, but hanging in there.
You guys get colds down there in North Carolina? You sure you're not drinking Coronas?
No Coronas here. No Coronas, no.
Oh, that's good, man. I hope you feel better real quick now. What's going on there with the 16 car tonight?
Just trying to find our pace tonight, man. This whole, California is one of those tracks that you want to have tires every time that yellow red gets tossed, and it's obviously with the three set limit that we have, it's kind of hard to spot in our pace where we want to put tires on, and we got a couple more left in the bag for the last few laps here. So, but it's one of those things here. It kind of looks like everybody's afraid to put tires on to give up track position. So it's going to be one of those, I guess, see who clinches first deals tonight.
All right, man. Well, hey, listen. Number one, I want to say thank you for all that you do for us here at Blazing Pedals and Turn 3 Racing Network. And, of course, thank you for everything that you do for the drivers, man. Of course, you are the owner of TRJ Karting. And, it's cool to see what you do, man, and it's really greatly appreciated.
Oh, man, I have a blast doing it, man. I'm out here every Sunday night with the guys, feel like a part of the family, and, just watch NASCAR on Sundays and come here Sunday night, man. It's a good time.
It definitely is. Hey, listen, man, you are a great person. You only have one downfall, and that's the driver you root for. But, hey, listen, you're almost better than him tonight, so let's get you in up there.
Hey, 18 for life, brother. 18 for life.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
See ya.
Take care. That's what I love about Tim, though, because he can joke with stuff like that,
Yeah, we just find one little fault,
It's okay. And listen, if you have a package from the Bernie Sanders campaign, show up on your door. You're welcome.
Pace car is off. We're getting ready to go back. Green flag waves, and look at them spread out already.
Ooh, the two having a really hard time getting a restart going there.
And the 88 going to try and peek down to the inside. He cuts down in front of the 10. And here comes Jamie Walker up the third spot, battling now for second to the inside of Jacob Hopi. And Hopi just trying to hold on at this point. That restart not the best out of the two, but it seems to be back up to speed. The 101, James Mullins, was behind the 88, now not. As he moves up to the top side, here comes the 10 of the Butcher. The Butcher having some blinking concerns, though.
And that's scary, man. I mean, he's got a little bit of room there, but here comes Dalton Kilroy doing a good job coming back into sixth position.
Yep.
He's going to be a force to reckon with. If that 41 can get back up front, let me tell you.
Yeah, not having the race that he wanted, but
he's got something to prove now.
Yeah, now it's something to prove. Speaking of something to prove, the 21 up front, Marquis Smith, and he's trying to gap the field just a little bit, and he has about 0.3 of a second over Jamie Walker, but Walker now clear of anything, and Walker going to try and reel him in, and he is doing it quick, Rick. It's down to 0.18 right now. Jamie Walker trying to get to the back door of the 21, maybe try and make him a little bit loose. and the 88 scoots up top. The 88's going to try and do it on the outside. May have some help from the 101 of Mullins, and Walker looking strong on that outside line, maybe a little high. And the 88 cuts it down just a little bit. Mullins moves back up to the top side, maybe trying to help a little bit with the draft that does happen here. And Marquis Smith under attack. Oh, good move. Okay, wow. So we got Jamie Walker up front. Mullins cut it down to the inside. Mullins now battling with Marquis, and he takes over second. The 41 of Dalton Kilroe trying to make his presence felt. Kilroe up to fourth spot, and he is driving like a man possessed right now, trying to get back up to the top of this one.
I mean, his hands are full there too, Chris. Saw that car get a little loose, but he's able to hang on. Now, folks, I just put down a couple links there in the YouTube chat. Number one, thank you for hanging out with Chris and I and the guys here at Blazing Pedals, and of course Tim and Ian over there at TRJ Karting. We appreciate all your support. But if you want another view, and I know there's some other drivers out there that do stream these races on Twitch and whatnot, but those are the two that I watch, and I've been kind of keeping my eye on Dalton, trying to talk him, just telling him he's got to take a deep breath and just get back out there, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. Well, make sure you check them out. If you are on Twitch, make sure you give them a follow. But man, these guys in the top four right now, Chris, they are just battling it out, and they're pulling away from the rest of the field right now.
Yeah, they are moving, and they're doing a fantastic job doing it. Walker, Mullins, Smith, and Kilroe, top four. They've kind of gone nose to tail now a little bit. Although Kilroe has to make me a liar, comes down to the inside. Kilroe trying to battle for third with Marquis Smith. Smith had it. Kilroe's taking it.
Exactly. Kilroe really working that inside lane, trying to get around Marquis Smith. Now, of course, Marquis, he wants to try to do everything that he possibly can not to get into the 41 because he's having a heck of a night here tonight. One of the best he's had so far in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, even a top 5 finish would be huge for Marquis Smith here tonight.
When you get that confidence rolling, man, that's what it's all about now. I'm looking at the 2 of Jeff Hope, man. Or Jacob Hope. I think what his issue is kind of go back to what Tim was talking about, guys trying to save tires and the tire fall off. He's just not able to hang with those guys right now.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have quite the same speed as the top 4 drivers, but sitting in 5th spot, keeping Taylor the Butcher Benjamin behind him, doing what he can right now is the 2 car. And Rick, we've already done it once tonight, but I'm feeling like it's time to turn it up one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, turn up those TVs, cell phones, computers, whatever you got. Put the dial on 10 because so am I. on a Sunday night. That gets the blood flowing, Rick.
Oh man, it definitely does. I love hearing these things fly around any track, but man, it's even better that we're here at Auto Club Speedway tonight here in California. We only got 26 laps left to go, brother.
I know it is coming down quick. Fuel, tires. What's the winning combination here, man?
Yeah, Jamie Walker though, Chris, man, we kind of missed it. It's kind of fun with that, with the turned up, but we missed a little bit. But Jamie Walker reclaims the lead once again. James Mullins in second, and the one-on-one machine. Dalton Kilroy works his way up to third position.
Marquis Smith still fourth. Derek Paulson's moved up in the fifth spot. Teammate Taylor the Butcher Benjamin running right behind him in sixth. Ryan Wash, Nico Kie, Jeff Price, and Corey Sherman rounding out the top 10. Okie very quiet here tonight in his 9 car, but running really well. A good, solid 8th place run for him so far here tonight. And I'm just happy I can say his name right, you know?
Well, you know, that's always nice. Okie. Of course, we used to pick on him. Well, not really pick on him, but we just didn't know. I really still kind of like Nick. I can't even say it wrong now. Not good.
Ryan Wash, who's been a contender here tonight, right now, sitting in 7th spot in his number 68.
Yeah, at least he was nice because he changed his name. It's actually Wash Walensky.
That's right.
But we couldn't say it. And I'm probably still murdering it, so he just said, listen, guys, I'm Ryan Wash, okay?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. Great run out of a lot of these drivers here tonight. Yes, we've had some cautions, but everybody able to kind of bounce back through. Only 3 drivers have left the race so far. Andrew Beach, Adrian Pedra, and Brandon Dennis. Otherwise, everybody else, even if they're not on track right now, can be or will be again. Kyle Wellman in the 42, the first car being scored 1 lap down. He's running in 22nd spot. Hank Cashin in the 5 is the last car on the lead lap, and he's sitting on pit road. Now goes down a lap. And with 22 laps to go, Rick, that's 44 miles here. Fuel and tires. Again, I got to ask, what's the winning combo? Are you coming down one more time here? Are you going to try and stay out? What are you going to do?
You know, if it was me, man, if I had an extra set of tires, I would probably be thinking about taking it, but some drivers like it loose. I mean, actually, we're talking about that. The 101 breaks off, Chris, coming down pit road, hard on the brakes. 101 coming down for service.
That's Mullins.
And there's a bunch of other drivers coming down. The 2's coming down.
All right, well,
I guess that answers that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard because there are certain drivers that don't mind having the tire fall off. You know, I mean, you got a guy like Jamie Walker. You know, he's really good at saving his equipment now. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. We got 20 laps left to find out, and I bet you we're going to see the 88 come down pit road. He's seeing everybody else come down.
Yeah, and here he comes. Race leader Jamie Walker surrenders it coming down pit road, as does Marquis Smith, who gets a little sideways, able to hold on though. And that's going to put Ryan Wash to the race lead again. Ryan has led 12 laps here so far tonight.
You know, he just passed a bunch of cars coming back out from pit road, Chris. I'm sure it's on his mind going, man, I don't know.
Well, now it's going to be how fast those cars catch him back up. Tire fall off here really isn't that bad. It's less than a second, but the handling is really what can get you. And I'd take 4 fresh tires any day. I want to go ahead and thank everybody once again as we're 19 to go. We're coming on out here on a Sunday night to check out Blazing Pedals on the Turn 3 Racing Network. This has been a very good race. Yes, it has had some cautions, but the racing has been above par. We're in the middle of some green flag stops, and here comes race leader Ryan Wash hitting pit road, and he does a very nice job coming onto pit road. Corey Sherman coming down. Jeff Hartline also joining in. James Hatcher in the 45 coming on down pit road. Aaron Bockover now being scored as your race leader in the 44. Aaron has not come down pit road, nor the driver behind him, Casey Campbell, in the 73. But those are just the last two drivers that have not come down pit road. I expect to see them coming down soon, and that will give the lead over to Ryan Wash if it stays the way it is right now. Wash still trying to get back up to speed after having his pit stop. Mullins able to get around him. I have to go check this out. There's Ryan Wash. Mullins is in front of him. Walker behind. Colin Kilrow being scored in 6th spot right now. Again, keep in mind the top two drivers have not come down pit road. That's Aaron Bockover and Casey Campbell. And there's the difference in tires right there. You just see the 2 car of Opie just going around him. And it's because he's handling better. It's not really speed, it's handling. Of course, the 44 on the outside was able to hold that momentum, so he keeps Opie back. But I don't think he's going to for much longer. .44 was tagged in the rear end. You see a little bit of damage there. But good to see Aaron Bockover leading some laps here tonight.
You know, Chris, I mean, technically this is a super speedway, and one thing that's kind of interesting and that I love about this kind of track, I mean, not a lot of people like it. I mean, the banking's not bad here. It's not as bad as Daytona, so, you know, the guys can really get out there and race a little harder without having to worry about the huge one, which we did see one as Aaron Bockover breaks off and comes down pit road right now. But I like to see how these guys, like, let's just talk about Aaron Bockover. Started this race in 28th position, came up to the lead. You got guys like Derek Paulson, who's out there. He started in 7th. He's currently in 7th, but he fell back to 25th and worked his way back up. I mean, we saw, you know, the same thing with Dalton Kilrow. He started first, fell down to 26th. Now he's sitting in 5th. And, of course, Jamie Walker out here tonight. He started 2nd, currently in 2nd, but fell down to 29th place and worked his way back up through.
James Mullins in the 101, your race leader. He's led 1 lap so far, and he's trying to stretch it out a little bit as he can look in the mirror. He sees what's going on back there. Jamie Walker, Ryan Wash, and Dalton Kilrow. So he knows what's going on. He knows he's got 15 laps more to hold on, make it 14 when he crosses the start-finish line. But Mullins going to have a handful by the time this one's done, I think. Gap back to Walker for 2.3 seconds. Ryan Wash, Dalton Kilrow right there with him. Marquis Smith trying to get to the back bumper of the 41. Has a little work to do before he can. But certainly right now, happy he's in the top 5. It's a big night if he can finish that there, where the top 5 would really help out Marquis quite a bit.
You know, and it would. I mean, it's going to help him in the points, Chris, but the big thing it's really going to help him with is boost his confidence a little bit. I mean, he's having an outstanding race here at Auto Club tonight. Now, of course, next week we head over to Phoenix, where we know he didn't have that good of a race, so, you know, that's on his mind. But if he can get a good finish here tonight, he can carry that momentum down through right on to next week. Kind of turn things around a little bit. Kind of like what Dalton Kilroe's done tonight. Right now, Dalton Kilroe in the top 3. Of course, here comes Ryan Wash in that number 68 machine. And what a perfect move right there by Ryan, man. He's got that 68 dialed in right where he wants it.
Yeah, these two drivers have been very, very fast all night long. And now they're battling each other for third spot. Marquis Smith right there. Just trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah, I know exactly what was going through Marquis' mind right there. Please, guys, don't. Please don't. We only got 12 laps left to go. Let me have a good finish, please. And now here comes Marquis Smith on the inside of the 41, Chris. He's going to move Dalton Kilroe down one more position. Marquis Smith taking over 4th position now.
Yeah, 41, it looked like he got tight as he moved up the track. 21 able to take advantage. He was in the right spot at the right time. While they're racing, Jamie Walker is starting to pull away just a little bit. He's still got a lot of ground to cover to try and catch James Mullins, Rick. 1.95 seconds.
Here comes Marquis Smith on the inside of Ryan Wash. Chris at 21. He wants to get back up towards the front, trying to make a run. With only 11 laps left to go. These guys are running out of time.
Right now, Walker is about 1/10 of a second faster per lap than Mullins. And he's 1.9 seconds behind. If you do the math, Mullins is looking pretty strong right now.
Oh, definitely that 101. Very happy to be right where he's at. Got a clear racetrack. At the 17, Brian Dees. In between him and Walker. I'd be pretty happy if I was him.
Are we going to make it 4 for 4 here tonight, Rick? 4th race, 4th winner.
And that's just amazing.
Showing excellent parity here in this league.
I mean, as we know, Chris, we are going to be doing some chase racing down towards the middle part of the season here. But so far, 3 drivers already locked in. And quite possibly a 4th being locked in tonight with only 9 laps left to go.
Yeah, Mullins doing a fantastic job in that 101. He is definitely leading the way. Again, Walker is a little bit quicker, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Gap right now, 1.2.
Yeah, the gap's definitely been closing, but I don't know if it's fast enough, Chris. And, now we got some lap traffic coming in.
Ooh, Brian Dees gets really loose in that 17.
Really. And that's the thing, though. Look at these guys. I mean, we just saw it there with Brian Dees. He moved up. Fred Thompson, he moved up out of the way as Mullins was pulling by.
Walker may have a shot at this if he can catch the draft of Mullins, but he has got a long way to go. Still 1.1 second behind Mullins is Jamie Walker in the 88. Marquis Smith running in 3rd spot. Dalton Kilroe 4th. Ryan Wash running in the top 5.
Then you got Derek Paulson in 6th, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in 7th, Jeff Price in 8th, Brad Collins in that 22 in 9th, and knocking out the top 10 right now. Ooh, is actually, well, it's a battle, Chris. The Shermanator taking on Okie. The Shermanator able to get around the 9. But Corey Sherman breaks into the top 10.
A good run out of the 3 car of Corey Sherman. Been a very strong runner here for TNA Motorsports this season.
Ian Haybiak trying to get that number 16 TRJ karting Toyota Camry up. He's sitting in 12th right now with David Bennett in the 13th, sitting in 13th position. Jeff Hartline in the 97 14th, Jacob Hope in 15th. James Hatcher been very quiet here in the 45 tonight, Chris. He started here in 17th, currently sitting in 16th after falling down to 27th. So Hatcher having a good one. John Perkins in the 33-17. Hank Caston in that 5. He's fallen down to 18th position. Noah Van Hu under his new paint scheme that we got working tonight, sitting in 19th, and Aaron Bockover rounding out that top 20.
Meanwhile, up front, the gap is closing as James Mullins is starting to see that green number 88 get a little bit bigger in that rearview mirror as he crosses the start-finish line. 5 laps to go. The gap differential 0.7 of a second.
And that's huge because now Jamie Walker can definitely catch that draft.
Well, right now, Mullins has a little bit of help himself as he's got Chris Williams just ahead of him. And Williams pulls down, doesn't want to affect the outcome of the race. But for a moment, Mullins had a little bit of a draft. And here comes the 88 of Walker going around the 7 machine. 4 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line. And the gap at the line, 0.6 of a second. This one's going to get very tight here as we're closing them down. 4 laps to go. We do have a green-white checker in the pocket if we need it. Mullins starting to get very loose in that 101, the rear end kicking out on around that corner. As they cross the line, 3 laps to go. Gap right now of 0.716, make it 0.699 as Jamie Walker found a little additional speed heading into that corner. But he needs to find a bunch more, Rick.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be enough, Chris. I mean, he's giving it all he's got right now to try to get that 88 up there. But man, the 101 looking very fast.
Casey Campbell starts to move up, so he does not affect the outcome of this race. The 88 will move up, trying to catch a little bit of the draft off from the 73. Then moves back down. Jamie Walker trying to find the fastest way around this track and is having a little difficulty doing it. 2 laps to go, 0.5 second is the gap. Third place, Marquis Smith, Donald Kilrow, Ryan Wash rounding out the top 5. But our focus here on the race leader, James Mullins, in the 101. Does he have enough to defend against Jamie Walker? The gap is getting tighter. White flag will fly this time by. 2 miles to go for the 101 of James Mullins. The gap, 0.4 of a second. Jamie Walker has reduced it down to just 0.4 of a second with less than 2 miles to go. They're on the backstretch. James Mullins looking in the mirror, has to be cautious. Here comes the 88 trying to make a push out of the corner. Turn 4. Now getting onto the front stretch. The 101 is going to end up taking this one. The 88 of Walker couldn't quite get there. What a finish for Mullins. Wow. Congratulations to him. Marquis Smith bringing it home in 3rd spot. Wow. Great race out of James Mullins, who ejects himself out of the car, doesn't stick around. I'll make sure we have, he does, okay. We have him. May not be able to see him, but we'll get a chance to talk to him. And how about a nice 3rd place finish again for Marquis Smith here tonight. Great job for him. Colin Kilroe had some serious adversity going tonight, and he ends up 4th spot with his very fast car. Derek Paulson ends up taking away 5th spot from Ryan Wash at the end of it. Wash ends up in 6th spot with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in 7th. Corey Sherman, 8th spot. Brad Collins, 9th. And Jeff Price rounding out the top 10. Guys, we're going to step away for just one moment as we get ready for the post-race interviews. Don't you dare go away. And I'm going to go ahead and call oops on that. But here we are for the post-race interviews, and we are going to start off with the 3rd place finisher tonight. It's the driver of the number 21, Marquis Smith. Kristen Rick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, I'll tell you what, bud, what a good race for you, man. And it was kind of a long time coming. A 3rd place finish. Got to feel pretty good in that number 21 machine, no?
Oh, yeah, it feels so good. It feels like a huge weight's off my chest. I might have finally broken a bad luck streak.
Well, sometimes that's what it takes, just a nice solid finish. And then, the sky's the limit from here. And you've been fast all season, so speed has definitely not been the problem. It's been getting mixed up in some other people's things and, other issues. But now that you have that solid finish, what can we expect out of that 21 machine for the rest of the season?
I'm going to be working my butt off just to get faster more consistently. Really, hopefully one day be able to mix it up with Jamie a little bit.
Well, you had a great race tonight, man, and in a stage win as well. So huge points night for you. It's going to definitely help you out there. Anybody that you need to thank on the number 21 machine tonight?
91 and up, Performance Machine Racing, MT2 Esport, and I know my scheme is a little different from the usual black and gold to the purple and yellow. So it's actually a little bit of a tribute to my father who passed away when I was 12. I grew up watching him race, and this is the color layout he ran. And Performance Machine Racing, it was his biggest engine building sponsor, and I reached out to them, and they were more than happy to sponsor me again as part of the, kind of the 2nd generation.
Oh, man.
That's cool.
Great story. Thank you.
Let me tell you, keep that scheme, man, because it worked for you here tonight. Bring that momentum next week to Phoenix, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll be looking to.
All right, the 21 machine of Marquis Smith bringing it home in 3rd place tonight. And that brings us on over. Rick, I believe you caught up to 2nd place finisher tonight of Jamie Walker.
I don't know if I can actually catch up to Jamie, but I would give it a heck of a try. Jamie Walker, driver number 88, GoDaddy machine. You got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you guys. Go ahead.
Hey, man. How you doing? Hopefully good, man, because you came in 2nd here, and you were very close to trying to battle it out there at the last lap.
Yeah, I needed another 5 more laps just to get by him. I think I could have caught him, but I don't know about passing him. But yeah, it was really hooked up there at the end. I was surprised.
Well, man, I mean, You had a hard battle all the way through. I mean, you started out the race really good. It was actually kind of surprising because we're kind of used to not seeing you take any kind of qualifying laps, but you went right out there, man. It really worked out for you tonight. So congratulations on that. How do you feel about going back to Phoenix next week?
I'm actually surprised. He just mentioned Phoenix. I'm like, oh, here we go. So yeah, I'm ready for it.
All right, man. Hey, look, I look forward to seeing you out in the desert next week. I know you like that track. Well, I know you don't like the track, but you run well there. And man, congrats.
I gotta think. I'm not sure which sponsor you guys got. I think it's the GoDaddy still. So I think GoDaddy, Skittles. I know she's out there. Big shout out to her, my wife, and kids to allow me to do this every Sunday night. And you guys up here in the booth, and TRJ Karting, and of course Blazing Pedals for putting us on.
All right, buddy. Hey, congratulations once again. Take that second place finish and do it better in the desert next week.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, bud. Take care.
And that was the 88 of Jamie Walker getting it done here in second spot tonight. And that's going to leave us with one guy. Unfortunately, maybe he's just not used to it. But, he got out of the car instead of sticking around for us. But James Mullins, driver of the number 101 here tonight, the race winner. James, Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you, man.
Man, that was a hell of a race. And you got to tell me, were you checking out the black box or the mirror towards the end of that one?
I was definitely looking out the mirror. The first lap or two from the green flag pit stops, I cooked my right front. I don't know if that's what hurt it, but I was definitely way worse that run than I was the run before that. I felt like I was bearing him longer run, but he really got me that last run. Hats off to Jamie.
Well, hats off to you, bud, for taking that thing home tonight, getting the checkered flag. You made it 4 for 4 here tonight by being a race winner, and that's really awesome. That shows good parity in this league, and man, you got it done. Congratulations. Anybody on the 101 that you need to thank tonight?
I just want to thank Ty Marasco for letting me sub in for him this week. I think I got to sub in for him next week. And man, it was just a crazy race for me. I was in the front to the back about 3 or 4 different times, but it was a good, fun race. But I want to thank Philip Conley, if he's watching, give him a shout out. And my team, Nexus, I do a lot of A Open racing, so shout out to them.
Well, it definitely showed here tonight, bud. Congratulations once again for coming on in and slapping them down.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys for awesome broadcast.
All right, bud. Our pleasure. Thank you. And guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope to see you again next Sunday. But before we leave, let's go ahead and take a look at some race results here, Rick, because it was a good one. Your race winner, of course, James Mullins, Jamie Walker second, Marquis Smith in third, Dalton Kilroe brings it home in fourth spot. In fifth, you have Derek Paulson, Ryan Walsh in sixth, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in seventh, and Corey Sherman eighth place. In ninth, it's Brad Collins, followed by Jeff Price, Nick Okie, and Ian Habiuk with a 12th place finish. In 13th spot, it's Jeff Hartline in his 97. David Bennett picks up a 14th. James Hatcher in 15th spot. And Jacob Hopi, we saw him battling up front quite a bit here tonight. He ends up in 16th spot tonight. In 17th spot, you had Hank Cast in 18th. John Perkins, Noah Van Hoot in 19th. And Aaron Bockover with a top 20 finish. Patrick A. finishes 21st. Casey Campbell, Chris Williams, and Kyle Wellman, 22nd through 24th. In 25th spot tonight's going to be Corey Rutherford. Brian McRae having an off night, finishing 26th. Rick Thompson in 27th. Fred Thompson in 28th. In 29th spot, we had Travis McChesney. Andrew Beach finishes his 71 in 30th position. Brian Dees and the number 17, awful quiet tonight, finishes in 31st spot. Terry Foster, able to get back out on track, still finishes 46 laps down in 32nd. And 33rd is Adrian Pedra and Brandon Dennis in 34th position and last. And, man, it was a great race. Rick, thanks for coming out and enjoying some racing with me here tonight. And I want to thank everybody else out there watching on Turn 3 Racing Network. You just watched the Blazing Pedals, sponsored by TRJKarting.com, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We will see you next time.